I'm gonna show you guys what to do in a situation where you have a forced landing on an EAVision J150 or J70. Now, the first thing you want to check before you do any operation for that matter is your battery firmware. So if you go into device and you go into firmware version, motor upgrade package including batteries, click on that upgrade. You can see here we are on the latest version of the motor upgrade package on the drone, and it says BMS, which is our battery version. Battery version is 3.6.21. So we're going to go back and we're going to check and make sure under our module info right here, or you can check it in your actual battery information. But check on module information right there, and we can see smart battery is 3.6.21. So this battery is updated. Check that on all your batteries. That will have an effect on the percentage readout of your batteries in flight. All right, now I'm going to just go ahead and hover the drone. We've got 84% battery right now. Before I take off, I'm going to check my battery forced landing settings. It's set at 10% right there. We'll bump that to 15. You can go from 5 to 15% just so we get there a bit faster. And at that percentage, it will, as it says, do a forced landing. All right, let's take off and hover. Before I show you what a forced landing actually looks like, I want to tell you that if you're going to be taking over with the sticks during a forced landing, you need to be a good pilot. Otherwise, just let the drone come down wherever it's at. Landing in a cornfield is much better than landing on halfway off of your trailer. And you may not make it back to your trailer if it's trying to force land, unless you're a really good pilot and you understand not just sticks, but how fast that battery is going to drop. Practice flying manually. Keep your eyes on the drone, look at your sticks, and move your stick left and right, and do fine-tuned movements. If you're trying to land on a trailer, you need to be able to fine-tune it and get it right where you want it. If you push harder and push further, it's going to move harder and it's going to move further. If you push softly, it's going to move gently and softly. You want to practice this facing you with the drone and with the back facing you as well. So now you see when I move my stick to the right, the drone moves to my left. Now you see I am sideways to me. So when I push my stick to my left, it actually comes towards us. When I move my stick back, it goes to my right. It's the orientation of the drone. And whenever you're in a panic because you have low battery, especially brand new pilots, you're going to kind of forget a lot of this stuff very quickly. You have very little time to actually make decisions and moves on the stick. So when you practice manual flight, both looking at the drone using the sticks and looking at the remote, looking at the camera using the sticks, you will get better and better and better, and you won't panic, you'll just react. All right, we're at 50%. We'll wait a little bit further. All right, we just got our first low battery warning. Our screen is flashing orange right now. That happened at 30%. You can see in our battery settings here, we have low battery setting at 30% right there. And that's just basically telling us at 30% it's going to start flashing at us, but it is set to smart low battery return to home, or RTH. So it may not actually come home at 30% if that smart return is set on, depending on how much the volume it has in it. There we go, 25%. That's when it triggered to come home. So it's at the home point now, but it won't actually automatically land whenever it gets to the home point at low battery. We can swipe right and make it land. Now I'm going to kick it back over into manual, and it's just going to hover there now at the home point until it starts its forced landing here in about another 5%. Now we just got our second low battery level warning. It is flashing red now. That's below 19%. Our voltage has dropped below 49 volts. So if you have 19% and a full tank, it's going to suck that battery out really quickly. And now we've got an empty tank, so it's going to take a bit longer to suck that battery down to 15%. There we go. Forced landing has just been put in place here. We just hit below 15%. It's coming down slowly right now. Now with my left stick, I can raise it up, but you see it remains coming down. This is on the newest firmware. So if you push your left stick up on the newest firmware, it's going to pause that descent and it's going to ascend. But again, we've only got about 10% battery left. So your job is to get this drone on the ground somewhere safe as quick as possible. So get it somewhere safe, even if it's in the middle of a cornfield, on the edge of a cornfield, in a ditch, doesn't matter. And just bring it down. You can hold the stick down if you'd like. That way it comes down certainly and touches the ground and shuts off. Now on the newest firmware, you can, even on the older firmware, you can manipulate this. But on the older firmware, if you manipulate the sticks during a forced landing, that will cancel forced landing and just put you back in manual control and won't come down automatically. On the newest firmware, it continues to come down automatically, but you can override that with the left stick and bring it up. Once you let go of that left stick though, it's going to continue coming down slowly. So this is probably a good thing to practice just like I did. Put it at 15% forced landing right here in the settings. Hover with an empty tank, let it get to forced landing, and then practice pushing up. See what happens when you let go. It will come down, and then bring it down before you hit 5%. A good 5% safety margin is kind of like the minimum threshold that we like to have on the ground, at minimum at 5%. Otherwise, especially when you've got a full tank in there, that 5 to 0 goes like that. Okay, that's how you operate a drone in forced landing. Moral of the story, on the ground as quickly as possible. Battery management on these drones is critical, especially for new pilots, because this is the first piece of ag equipment you've ever run that is battery powered, autonomous, and it flies. 3 big things to wrap your head around that are different from every other piece of ag equipment. Understanding your settings on the autonomous part, on the battery part, understanding your battery settings and battery to payload management, and how to override whenever it is coming down. You don't want it to come down. You got to get it out. You got to do that quick. You got to be a good pilot. That's the flying part. Battery management right here. Make sure that you have smart battery turned on. 30% go home. That way you have time to recognize when it has low battery, and it will come home automatically. Make sure your low battery setting percentage for forced landing is at least 10%. If you're flying a return to home mission and it's 60 foot in the air, you might want to set it higher. You might want to set it at 15%, because worst case scenario, you lose signal, the remote breaks, loses battery power, you can't control the drone. You want to make sure that it gets down to the ground as fast and as safely as possible. Being a good pilot, understanding your settings, and understanding how battery percentage works with payload, all incredibly important to have a successful season. All right, guys, that's all I got for you on battery percentage and taking over with forced landing. Let us know if you have any questions. Thanks.